sobriety. So, there's something I've wanted to talk about for quite some time. I've talked about it in previous videos, a couple of them in my archives. But I wanted to talk about alcoholism and the dangers of alcoholism and how easy it is to become an alcoholic out here in this matrix. I was an alcoholic for years. I mean, heavily involved in the alcohol game. And it got to a point where I was drinking, you know, half of a, the fuck, man, we're all cloudy right now. I would drink a fifth or a half of a fifth every night, and I did that for over 2 years. So I became such a heavy alcoholic that when I tried to stop drinking, my withdrawals were so bad that I literally couldn't deal with it, and I would go back to drinking just to lessen the effects of the withdrawals. And let me tell you guys, when you're that heavy of an alcoholic, when you drink that volume of ethanol, when your body stops receiving your fix, it can go into massive shock. Your central nervous system, you can kill yourself if you don't get it come off of alcohol properly, if you're heavy enough of an alcoholic. And this is no joke. The alcohol is a extremely disgusting poison, and let me tell you, there's a reason why it's available on every fucking street corner, along with the cigarettes and everything else, all the junk food and all the fucking snacks and all the sugary content and all the bullshit out here in the Matrix. Again, there's a reason why there's a liquor store on every fucking corner. There's a reason why at every gas station you can buy yourself some Tall Boys or some Bud Light or all this other garbage. And people think it's fine and dandy. I mean, hell, I did. I was so hooked to alcohol that when I eventually stopped drinking, I would go through what's known as delirium tremens. And delirium tremens is the most severe withdrawal symptoms of alcoholism. And I would have massive hallucinations. I felt like maggots were crawling all over me. Again, I would see bugs crawling all over me, eating my skin. I remember at one point when I was coming off of alcohol, my heart started beating so fast. I don't know what was going on. It felt like a massive heart attack. And my heart beat so hard and so fast that you could hear it just thumping away. And meanwhile, while I was going through all this, I was sweating heavily. Again, I felt like bugs were crawling all over me. When I'd close my eyes, I could see three-dimensional pyramids moving and oscillating and gyrating in various directions. I remember when I was coming off of alcohol for the first time and I had experienced delirium tremens for the first time. I closed my eyes and I went through this dark tunnel, and I remember seeing all of the netters, all of the gods and goddesses of the Egyptian pantheon. And I remember just thinking I was going to die. And I remember Isis, the Egyptian goddess, I saw a vision of her, and I remember her saying, your heart's going to be okay, you're going to make it through this, but you need to get off the alcohol. I remember going into the bathroom and looking at myself and just seeing pockets of my face turn red and purple, and my hands would get really cold, and there was a point where I was turning blue. So I've had so many near-death experiences. I've done so much stupid shit in my life, but I'm glad that it happened because it motivated me to get healthy. So people think I'm some like, oh, bro, he's got a YouTube channel, he talks about health all the time, he's got his game going, blah blah blah, this and that. I have my faults too. I have many mistakes I've made. Again, I was a full-blown alcoholic, and it's not typical for young people in their 20s to experience delirium tremens. This is usually something that people experience after heavy drinking for years and years and years. But due to the fact that I was drinking sometimes upwards of fifth a night, I remember it got to the point where I was drinking a half of a half gallon a night of vodka. So I damaged my liver significantly. I damaged my life significantly with alcohol. I did some very stupid shit. I got arrested twice, and it's just not it's a very slippery slope, you guys. Alcohol is probably the worst substance that you can fuck around with out here, other than heroin and all this other garbage that's being peddled by the fucking mafia-style system, which ships all the drugs in and then arrests you once you get caught with their drugs. They're trying to build a prison, and they've done a grand job doing it. It's not a war on drugs, people. It's a war on personal freedom. Remember that. It's a quote from Bill Hicks, the spectacular stand-up comedian which supposedly died of colon cancer. Come on. It's not uncommon for people who speak out against the insanity to be offed and snuffed out like an old candle by this fucking demonic system out here. So, yeah, I mean, I came off of, I experienced delirium tremens a handful of times, and to be honest, my withdrawals lasted over a month. Well over a month. Every night I felt like I was going to die. I felt like I was terrified to fall asleep. Again, I was having visions of these entities that were trying to pull my soul away from me and keep me just hooked on the bottle, etc. So, you know, it's very common for people who experience delirium tremens to die. So, I mean, the scary thing, you guys, is that when you drink that the degree, blah blah blah, when you are an alcoholic like I used to be, and you've drank just gallon after gallon of alcohol, when you start coming off of it, when you start regaining your clarity because you're coming out of your drunk stupor, you begin to realize just how fucking much damage you did to your body. And when you're hallucinating and feeling like you're dying after you're coming off your booze, you literally, I mean, goddamn, I prayed so much, I fought for my life so much, and again, I was turning blue. So in my opinion, if it weren't for the Kundalini, if it weren't for the Christ energy, if it weren't for my angels, I'd be 6 feet under right now, because again, my alcoholism was worse than severe alcoholics. I mean, the alcoholics that I know now are nothing like I was, and that's not something to be proud of, no. But you know what? I've been sober for a very long time, and I hate alcohol now, you guys. I just hate it. I can't believe I was a slave to that bottle for so fucking long. And I can't blame my environment, but I mean, it is unfortunate that this shit is sold on every fucking street corner. Alcohol is venerated by the system because it turns you into an idiot. I mean, you could have all these fucking plans for your life. You could have all these desires to get healthy and all this other stuff. And you get drunk and all of a sudden your inhibitions are lowered and suddenly, oh, dude, I just need to let go a little bit. I need to relax. I need this. Drinking's good for me because it helps me relax. Fuck that. That's why many people get hooked on the bottle. Whether that be like closet drinking or even people who only drink on weekends. I mean, it's just unfortunate that alcohol has become such a catalyst for people getting together. I mean, I can't tell you all these parties and shit that people are having. I don't think they'd be going on if there weren't drugs and alcohol involved. So, that's another reason. It's just like, it's just so stupid. Now that I can see other people drinking from a sober standpoint, I can really realize just like, damn, I can't believe I was involved in this shit. So this is just a brief little message telling you guys that, hey, I'm not perfect. We all have mistakes. But the beautiful thing about mistakes is that they're stepping stones for growth. So if you're currently an addict, I hope this message can inspire you to value your life more and realize what it is you're doing to yourself. You don't want to end up like me. You don't want to have to completely, you don't want to have to pray for your life. You don't want your body to start getting blue, and you don't want... I mean, I remember looking at myself in the mirror when I was going through delirium tremens, and there was just cobwebs, these hallucinations all over me. My liver was pounding. My liver was aching. It felt like there was little needles in my liver just pushing on it. I did severe damage to myself. But one of the beautiful things about this body is that if you catch yourself at the right time, you can regenerate yourself. And the liver is one of the quickest organs to regenerate. It is miraculous. So, no matter how fucked up you may think you are, I don't care if you're hooked on heroin, I don't care if you're hooked on meth, I don't care what it is, you at this moment in time have the ability and you have the power to stop what it is you're doing and walk in the opposite direction. Don't wind up like me. Don't reach rock bottom before you have to feel inspired to change. Don't get close to death's door before you have to pray, please don't, I don't want to die, I don't want to die. And drugs and alcohol will do that to you. Let me tell you, alcohol kills so many people. It is amazing. It kills so many fucking people. Not to mention drugs and pharmaceuticals. One of a close family member of mine recently passed from heroin addiction, methadone and all this shit. So the key is to not try it once. The key is to value your sobriety. Sobriety is the key. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't sacraments out here that we can take periodically or at certain predetermined times to help enhance our consciousness, but alcohol is not one of them. No. It's not one of them. Alcohol is a vicious substance, a very vicious substance. I mean, think about how bad it tastes. What do you think? I mean, you put alcohol on your tongue, and your tongue literally just starts cringing in your mouth. It makes you want to puke. Now, what the fuck do you think is going to happen once you put that into your organs, into your body, into your liver? What do you think? Your liver is just like, oh, vodka. Oh, it feels so good. No, it literally reacts to it and tries to reject it. But due to the fact that we've been programmed to drink shot after shot and to party and Mardi Gras and all this other bullshit, we don't even think about what we're doing. I mean, if you can open up a bottle of whiskey and smell it and think that that's going to react well with your body and your organs, you're crazy. You're out of your mind. So it's a large cultural programming here to adore and venerate alcohol, which is why it's sold at all the baseball games, which is why it's sold at gas stations, you guys. Gas stations. I mean, what do you think fucking happens when little kids go into these gas stations with their parents and they see beer, just beer after beer all over the place, and cigarettes and tobacco advertisements and Skull and all this fucking bullshit. It's disgusting and it makes me sick to my stomach. Gas stations should be filled with organic fucking fruits and vegetables. It should be filled with green juices and clean water, but you don't see that out here in the Matrix. No, they are deliberately poisoning you, whether you like to believe that or not. I don't give a damn. You don't believe me? Why don't you look up the fucking ingredients in these foods that you're eating and that they sell at these goddamn gas stations? All the fucking carnival style foods, fucking corn dogs and cheese and nachos and fucking just ham sandwiches and all this garbage. You don't even know that's ham. You don't even know if that's human or not. What do you think? They don't fucking grind humans up and sell them to you? The beast hates you. So, on behalf of the Sacred Starseed Serpent Uraeus YouTube channel, thank you for watching this video, and I hope that this video can get out to some people and make them think about their addictions if they are addicted. Because, again, you don't want to wind up like me and have to go through months of withdrawals while hallucinating, while turning blue, while feeling like your fucking body's giving out on you because your liver's fucking twitching and your fucking muscles are all becoming sore and you're puking. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. It got to the point where I was pissing dark brown fluid and shit. It's not good. But I'm here, I'm alive, and I feel more alive than ever because I apply herbalism to my life. I apply naturalism. I live in accordance to the laws of nature. I do my best to do that. So, again, I hope this video can inspire people to question their algorithms when it comes to substance abuse. I don't care if it's marijuana, tobacco, alcohol, whatever it is, even prescription drugs. Prescription drugs are very, very dangerous. Peace be with you.